go. Hello, everyone. It's so good to see you guys. It's been a week, but we're back, and we have a special guest today. This is Draco, who we got around September last year, and he's a big old sweetheart who I've been slowly teaching Mandoa to. Like, I kid you not, he actually does respond to Mandoa. It's amusing, and I enjoy doing it. But he's gonna hang out with us for a little bit. I don't know if he's gonna stay for the entire stream, but yeah, he's just chilling. So last time, I fanned a lot over Ravis, because I thought the very first time. He's shifting. You ready to go already? I just introduced you and you're ready to go? 1 second. Here and gone. Oh well. But anyway, so I was fanning out over Ravis because he was what I believed the first time that we've actually gotten a Gendai that was canon. But what I didn't know, and what I discovered while I was putting together Saturday's episode, was that Dirge, the Gendai that I talked about from the Clone Wars era, turns out that he's canon again. He was introduced in the Dr. Aphra comics, but it seems like his history with Jango is still non-canon, or at least it's not been brought up at all. I would like to see that come back because it was some really cool history. I mean, generally I would like for all of the Jango stuff to become canon again, because he's a really, really fascinating character, and right now it is all stuck in legends, and is therefore non-canon. Well, we'll see. Maybe if they do a Boba Fett season 2, I would be really happy with that. What else happened last episode? I had the interaction with Vashton Wolf, who I kind of freaked out over a bit because literally his last name is one letter away from Wolf the Clone. So I was like, is it gonna be him? But I don't think it's him. It's not D. Bradley Baker's voice, or Tamora Morrison, who he came back and did clone voices for both Mandalorian and Kenobi. So, or not Mandalorian, clone voice. No, he did clone voices for a Mandalorian. Blah, 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 blah. Tamora Morrison is everywhere in Star Wars, and I love him for it. But I would really like it if they do have clones in this. I would like for it to be Tamora Morrison doing the voice. I mean, I love D. Bradley Baker, don't get me wrong. He carried the entirety of Clone Wars, and he carries the entirety of Bad Batch. But I'd like to see Tam be able to do more clone work, because he is the clones. They are him. But he doesn't get near the credit for it, unfortunately. And then we did meet up with Grease again. We discovered he lost an arm. We still don't know how that happened. But he now owns a cantina on a planet called Kobo. And we left off in the basement in the room that he made for us. So I'm excited to explore more of this new planet. I'm excited to see where this is gonna go. So let me go ahead and get Stream Chat pulled up on my phone, and we will jump into this. There we go. Stream chat's up. Game is up. I have my Orabesh right here so that if we run into some, I can translate it. I got some practice in Fallen Order, and I'm ready. Looks like I need to change my display on my phone again. Hang on. There we go. Yep, current objective is rust in the basement. Oh, also, actually, I did want to check something out. Because Etta had a really interesting idea. Oh, wait, no, we can't.
Maybe we try some new components.
Can't customize BD1 here. Oh, no, we can't. Cool. Etta had the brilliant idea of potentially making our lightsaber into non-binary colors. With having the blades be purple and yellow. But we couldn't do that. But I think we can make BD1 in non-binary colors. So we got him as purple as his main color. Secondary. Yellow. And so we can have the accent be white or black. I think we'll stick with the white. So that's not bad. In fact, actually, what does that look like as the secondary? We're gonna go with that, and we're gonna have the accent be the yellow. There we go. Now he's non-binary BD1. I like it.
Like the new look?
And then, another thing that I did when I went back on, Fallen Order was I recreated my character's, lightsabers so that I would have, images that I could look at to base stuff off of if we find the pieces.
Let's keep moving, buddy.
Alright, let's get some sleep. You taking the top bunk, Beatty?
Still talking in your sleep, huh?
Guess some things never change.
Weirdo.
Hairball.
I love them.
Thanks for letting me crash here.
Of course. Why do you think I've kept your stuff around all these years? I was hoping you'd stop by and maybe take a break.
Both know what happens when I stay in one place too long. You said there's a spare gyro around here somewhere?
We've got plenty of time to fix the madness. You are what I want to talk about.
I'm fine. Sooner we get moving, the better.
And then what? You're gonna go find some trouble with Saw Gerrera?
Maybe. Yeah, one of us has to keep fighting.
That's funny. That's the exact same thing you said the day we all split up.
Yeah, because I...
Oh, Cal. They care about you.
Listen,
And Saw's reckless.
I know you all had your reasons for leaving. But walking away isn't an option for me. I have to hold the line.
And where's that gotten you, Cal? Look, I wish things were different, but you keep losing people. And you yourself said that the Empire's growing stronger every day. Now maybe it's time for you to be something more than a lightsaber. Think about yourself. Settle down, find a home.
What? Home, Grease. There is no home. Home was the Order. It was my teacher. It was everyone I lost. Does their sacrifice mean if I go and I just give up and stick my head in the sand?
I know you were dealt a bad hand, but you've got to take it from me. Somebody who had to learn the hard way. You gotta know when to walk away from a rigged game. Otherwise, you are gonna end up losing something you could never replace. All right. I want to show you something. This is a smuggler's tunnel. It came with the cantina. Now you go ahead and look. I keep a lot of spare parts down there. I'm sure you'll be able to find whatever you need to get the Manus up and running.
Thanks. I appreciate all this.
Cal, can I tell you one thing? It's really good seeing you again.
Yeah, you too. Grease. I'll think about what you said.
Hey, watch your step down there. Be careful. I definitely have a pest problem.
I love Greaves. Like, I do. But also, I had to chuckle because, you know, sticking your head in the sand. That's basically what Obi-Wan did for 10 years, until the Kenobi series.
Old smuggling tunnels, huh? Grease always kept a few secrets up his sleeve.
Any boglings.
Find something?
No way out. One of several tunnels routing beneath Pyloon Saloon. Proximity to the landing pad would have made the passage ideal for smuggling goods in and out of the cantina, hidden from prying and curious eyes.
Ouch.
You okay?
Boglings. Are these what spooked Grease? It's all right.
Good. Poor little guy. Can you pet the bogling achievement? Yes. Oh. Respawn. They heard us. They heard what we wanted. We wanted to pet the boglings, and we got to pet the boglings.
Around here, bud. Nobody's used these tunnels for a long time now.
There's a thing down there, and I want it. So, these guys gotta die. Oh, I love that rock. What are these guys, huh? Gorger. Indigenous to the planet Kobo, the lithe and agile Gorgers have learned to stalk and corner their prey with a desperate efficacy. Known as hunters to the locals, a Gorger is naturally cautious, only striking when certain, lunging with sharpened claws and hungry, lethal fangs. Force or health? Oh, a skill point. Cool. I will take that. For sure.
Dusty and abandoned. More scraps, huh? Leave it to Grease to take another person's junk and add more junk.
Turn that off. I would like to turn that off so that the poor Bogling can, you know, come through. Okay, so we got a grapple point down there. Well, that was fun.
We'll have to find another way around. Is that it?
Careful, BD. Move. Move. Okay, where's our BD? Oh, thank God.
Never look when you can leap, hey? The sooner we get to Grease, the sooner we should check this out.
This is interesting. Okay, so we have a skill point. Let's see what we can do here. What's our one survival skill? Improve stim formula. Now we only have the dual blade and we have the dual wield. What does this look like? Okay, so we basically do a Palpatine. I wonder if Cal lets out a roar! Whatever that noise was that Palpatine made. That's fun. What do we have over here? Form a spinning strike on releasing Y. Okay, so this is part of the parry thing. And we still don't know what these last two lightsaber things are. I think we've got all the Force things. Yeah. Oh. Actually, that's a really good one. Yeah, we're gonna grab this. That's a good one. Yeah, this is interesting. Doesn't look Zepho. Huh.
Almost reminds me of the Jedi training grounds, but it feels different. Older. What is this place?
This is some kind of runes there? Never seen anything like that. I'm trying to see if it's like something similar to something I might have seen in Old Republic, but I also haven't. I'm very far behind on
Something
Old Republic.
interesting? Let's take a look.
Yeah. Disaster. Huge masses of rock fell through the roof and slammed into the subterranean sanctuary, indicating intense seismic activity above ground.
Power's still running down here. Let's see if we can hit the lights. What's that? Not bad. Think we could walk on that?
Well, that's giving me Mass Effect Andromeda vibes. Like the remnant bridges that kind of like build under your feet. Like what even?
Careful, BD.
Ancient droid? Never seen a droid like that.
I came as soon as I could, Master Kree.
I'm sorry it has come to this.
Will it be a complete memory purge?
No. Only what the Council demanded.
Then at least I shall remember you. I am ready.
What is your name, droid?
I am ZNA4, of course. How may I serve the Order?
Z. Tell me how to navigate the Kobo Abyss.
I have no information on that in my memory banks. Master Kree, you are aware the Republic has issued a full-scale evacuation order.
I am. That is why I have a very important task for you, Z. Take this.
A tuner? Oh, what a fine model. Oh my!
Use that to open the forest array. Travel underground. Stop for no one. That is an order, Z.
Am I not coming with you?
No. The key to Tanalorr is in that array. If you do not hurry, I fear it will be lost forever. May the Force be with you.
I think this droid has been here for hundreds of years.
More than that. High Republic was thousands of years.
Good day. Or is it night? Something's very wrong.
Is your name Z?
Yes, it is. How? Oh, no! I'm trapped. I've been trapped for... How long has it been?
I'm Cal. This is BD. We're gonna help you.
Pleasure to meet you both. Some help would be most appreciated.
Okay, so High Republic. That is the era of the Old Republic. So I was kind of right. I don't remember anything about Tanalorr, but again, I am so far behind on Old Republic. Like, I know on stream, I didn't even get into the DLC. The first DLC. I've played up to Rise of the Hutts, but I haven't played beyond that at all. So I don't know anything about, like, the stuff with the twins and the Emperor. I don't know anything about that. I haven't gotten that far. So if that is Tanalorr stuff there, that explains why. But wow, Old Republic. And I don't think, because at this point, the Old Republic stuff is still technically Legends. It's not canon. So if this is Old Republic stuff, or even KOTOR, technically. It might be KOTOR. Yeah. Ooh, this just got more interesting. Okay. Z is a droid from the High Republic era, tasked by Jedi Master Centauri Kree to recover the key to Tanalorr. She immediately takes to Cal, although she questions his unconventional attire. Centauri Kree. As meteors streak across the Kobo sky, Centauri Kree charges the droid ZN-A4, or Z, to recover the key to Tanalorr from the Force Array. Unbeknownst to Z, Master Kree has just purged all knowledge of how to navigate the Kobo Abyss from the droid's memory banks. And also the key that Z has is the same as, or well, it looks like the fake key that Turgle, I think his name was, gave to Ravis. So this is what Ravis was looking for. And considering what Ravis is, aka a Gendai, who lived for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, he may know exactly what he's looking for because he may have been here at that time. High Republic. The High Republic was an era of expansion and exploration, with Jedi helping lead the push to discover the greater galaxy and fold willing planets into the galactic community. The dangers that lay on the edges of their understanding, however, would prove a constant challenge. Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Uh-huh. Yep. That's the Old Republic Jedi symbol. Let's see, can I just cut? Nope. She is all tangled up in this.
Not completely, Z. I'm a Jedi, all right.
But you're not even wearing the proper robes.
I'm more of a poncho guy.
Yes! Oh, man. And yet we don't have a poncho option yet. We've got a cape. We can put him in a cape. And then we've got the scrapper vest. And I mean, we could kind of put him in the proper clothing. Put him in the Kenobi outfit. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, I see.
Use the orbs to activate the bridge, then you can reach the crane controls. I think? After so many idle years, who really knows?
This droid's got more than a screw loose.
What was that?
I, said, hold tight, Z.
Oh, that's cool.
Well done!
I'll have you free soon, Z.
Take your time. I've only been pinned here for a while.
Yeah.
I don't have your name in my databanks. When did you pass the trials?
Never took them. I was knighted in the field.
And what was the reason for this flagrant breach of protocol?
It's a long story.
The Jedi Order no longer exists. In short. I see that chest over there. Just wondering if that's where I need to go. What we got? More colors.
Trials or not, you've done it! Come here! I want to thank you face to face! Thank you, Cal.
Don't mention it.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've been delayed long enough. Not now. Hold it together.
Mind if I take a look?
Well, I must admit, I am in need of repair.
So, Z, what's Tanalorr?
A planet hidden within the Kobolds. It's home to a Jedi temple. A bastion of the Order's light on the galactic frontier. At least that's what my master hoped Tanalorr might become.
That should do it for now. Just gotta figure a way out of this place.
Well, I can help with that. It's this... was it that... Oh! Yes, it is this way. Follow me.
And she's a design of droid I've never seen before.
A meditation chamber. Master Kree designed these to train Jedi. I remember this. don't recall what it does, however. Master Kree had a brilliant mind. Do you know her, Cal?
Can't say I do.
No matter, but I think she would have liked you. The exit is this way. I am very fortunate.
Oh, we got perks now. Okay. You have discovered a perk. Different types of perks can be found throughout the game and can change the way you play significantly. Okay. You start with 3 available perk slots. More slots can be unlocked as you progress, especially powerful perks may require multiple slots. Perks can be viewed at any time in the perks section of the abilities menu. Currently equipped perks can be managed at meditation points.
Did.
Yeah, we could have been down here forever. Z, that planet you mentioned, what's it like?
Tanalor? Oh, what a wondrous place.
How do I get there?
Navigate the Kobo Abyss.
That must be the knowledge your master purged from your memory banks.
Well, she must have had her reasons.
Yeah. And we've seen, real quick, we've seen Old Republic droids before in canon stuff. Master Huang, who is a droid that works with the Jedi Temple and basically is the teacher of how to create lightsabers. He showed up in season 5? Yeah, season 5 of Clone Wars. And then he is confirmed to be showing up again in the Ahsoka series. But we've not seen that, again, that I can remember, a droid that looks like Z before. Gotta love Jawas.
Oh. None of this was built the last time I stood here. And the sky was full of meteors. Though I have been asleep for a very long time, haven't I, Cal?
Yes. Don't worry. You're not alone. We'll help you get back on your feet.
You might not be wearing a proper attire, but now I am certain you are a Jedi.
Come on.
I'll be there in a moment, Cal. Don't wait on my behalf. Oh, such strange buildings. Oh my, what is that?
Let's go show Grease our new friend.
I'm not a Bedlam Raider spy. I'm a friend of Cal Kestis.
Hell, what's it? Look, I told you, buddy, you're in the wrong cantina. I don't know anybody named Cal Kestis.
Hey, Grease.
Oh, that Cal Kestis.
Found the gyro.
Yay, he
Good to
made
see you,
it.
Cal.
Grease Dritus, this is Boda Kuna. He was on Coruscant. Wouldn't have made it out alive without his help.
Oh, all right. Hi, nice to meet you. Unfortunately, I don't think I have another bed available. Wait a minute. Another one? Cal, you have a very bad habit of picking up strays.
Yes, he does.
I am ZNA4, humble servant to the Jedi Order.
Oh, I take it you haven't broken the news yet.
She was trapped underground.
Never seen this design before. This droid almost looks like an antique.
Did you find anything down there worth credits?
Credits? Cal, you have saved me, but I must ask more still.
Oh, here it comes.
Master Centauri ordered me to open the forest array, but given my condition, I cannot fulfill that duty. Please. If I fail my mission, the key to Tanalor may be lost forever.
Wait a minute. Did you just say Tanalor?
You've heard of it?
Yeah, it's an old prospector's legend about a lost world filled with treasure.
Maybe this droid proves it's more than a myth.
Could be worth checking out.
Yeah, but first, I gotta fix the menace before the raiders snatch it.
I'll escort you out there. Watch your back while you make the repairs.
Huh. Is he as tough as he looks?
Yes.
Next to Seer, he's the best marksman I've ever met.
Okay. We'll take care of the menace.
I'll go see what's in the forest.
Thank you, Cal. As soon as I'm in full operating order, I will join you at the forest array.
I love her.
Onward!
Z.
Whoa there, Heritage. While they're all sallying forth, why don't you ease up on the thrusters? Come along. I can get you tuned up, shined up, and caught up on the state of the galaxy.
Sweet.
Cal, I'm gonna lock up the saloon so the raiders don't trash it.
My
Use the
pleasure.
back door, would you?
Are we gonna have a droid romance there? Because I'm here for it. Thanks to Cal's efforts, the Ramblers Reach outpost is steadily improving. I knew it. New shops and activities are now available. Doma's shop unlocked. Doma's shop in the Kobo outpost is now accessible. Rare minerals found across Kobo can be spent here. We've got a few to give to her. Recruit for the outpost. Across the galaxy, Cal can meet new residents who can help improve Ramblers Reach outpost. Make sure to return here after recruiting them to Kobo. Cool. So this is kind of our new Bogano. It is our new home base. But we can actually do improvements to it. That's cool.
That's some serious firepower.
That's not exactly what I want to hear from my escort, pal.
Relax. You're in safe hands.
You'll be all right, Grease.
If you say so.
Good to see you landed on your feet, Cal. So how'd everything turn out?
Bravo's gone.
Had a feeling. I'm really sorry, Cal. I know how much he meant to you.
He was a good friend. They all were. I'll miss him.
Definitely not your standard crew. I could tell that from the start.
Yeah. Gabs, Bravo, the twins. We were close.
Yeah.
I understand. Just remember that you're not alone in all this.
Glad you're here, Bud.
I got your back, brother.
Now just stay alive, because you gotta get back to your daughter, Bode.
Thanks for looking after Grease while I chase down this lead.
Twice the arms, twice the fun, right?
More like twice the trouble.
Ooh, can't wait.
So how is Kobo? You get away from it all like you wanted?
Oh, I had to, kid. Away from the Empire, the Haxian brood, escape all the trouble.
Trouble always seems to find us, Grease. Haven't you learned that by now?
Ha, no kidding. Just like that old droid, huh?
You think Z's trouble?
Are you chaffing me? She sticks out like potpourri in a pod race. Not that I'm too picky. You meet any more lost souls with sob stories, send them over to Pyloon, you hear? Place could use a little trouble.
Aww.
You scrap anything useful out here?
Tons. As soon as something breaks or the raiders show face, folks abandon their projects.
So Kobo's a gold mine for scrappers like us.
You got that right.
So, bartender, where's this oil bath you mentioned?
Coming right up, Heritage, coming right up. But something tells me you'd appreciate the soap more after we chat. Strap yourself in. I fear this update might be a little hard to process.
Oh, come now, I can bear a little bad news. Spare no detail.
Well, where to start? Okay, a few years ago, the Supreme Chancellor decided democracy was out of fashion and declared himself emperor.
Yep.
The Republic is no more?
I'm afraid so. In fact, these days, you'd be hard-pressed to name a planet free from Imperial control.
Calamitous indeed.
And it gets
Heritage, you're
worse.
looking a little low on power. Let's say we pause a tick so you can regain your bearings.
Yes, perhaps that would be best.
Yeah, it gets worse.
So how long have you known both?
Not long. We worked together on Coruscant.
And what line of work exactly?
A little of this, a little of that.
I see. Say no more, Cal, say no more. I know when I'm about to step in it. Actually, that reminds me of a colorful expression from Calistar. If you stand beneath the Presta bird nest, rain will come even in the desert.
And when the rain comes...
You best get out of the way.
Hey, Z. Know anything about that forest array?
My memory banks are coming up short, Cal. but it is surely the work of Master Kree.
How do you know?
In her time, she had no equal. There were other scientists and technicians, yes. But all that you see here on Kobo is her work, one way or another.
Hey, Turgle.
You brought that droid in? Saved her too, huh?
Just helped her get back on her feet.
And he asked for nothing in return.
Well, she did let me hang on to her tuner key.
Ooh, a tuner key. What? You found a real one?
That's right.
Do you think I could maybe...
You can't borrow it, Turgle.
Ah.
Listen, friend, what's your name?
It's Cal.
Moran. Charm. You seem a decent sort, Cal. Look, maybe you're just the latest fool to get tangled up with the Bedlam Raiders, or maybe you're the real deal. But this place will bleed you dry. Understand? Get out while you can.
Noted.
Okay, what is Moran? Still don't know. Washed-up trader whose best days are behind him. Moran whiles away his hours in a saloon, bemoaning the empire that destroyed his livelihood. The only guess I have is that he's Pantoran. They're the only blue tattooed race that I know of. But I've never seen a Pantoran with blue tattoos. They're usually yellow. We did see a Pantoran in Fallen Order at the very beginning. One of the scrappers. What does this say? Let me get a good angle. Nyerk. Cal. Oh, wait, no, I know what I can do. How do I enter BD vision? Can't remember how to enter BD vision. Maybe I can't do it indoors. Darn it. Okay. Oh, wait, no, there's a photo mode. Haha! Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get all of that because it's all pixelated and such, but I can at least get this top part. So, SAN1. Oh, sanitary inspection. Sanitary inspection grade D. That's not good.
He even covers his cantina couches with patchouli weave fabric. Classic Grease.
We got some more here. BELOV. Beloved P. Beloved Pyloon is what that one says. Oh, that one's partially blocked. That one's all eroded. NNEETRANME. Probably some kind of code or something. Or a different language. It could be Patese. Okay, that P is backward. but that's the closest I can think of that being. Actually, it looks like the whole thing is backwards. Yeah, the whole thing is backwards. So it's N-O-O-L-Y-P. No lipe? No. It's Pyloon Pie. That's what it is. But it's just backwards for some reason.
I'm happy you came here.
So we got a workbench.
Feel free to take your time. Take a look around.
Key code will open the locked door in Doma's shop. Okay, but we need more shards. Okay, so here's where we get hair. So we can make it look like Hunter. That's great.
You got a good eye.
You're not from Fire Emblem. There's a particular shopkeeper in Fire Emblem Three Houses that just always says, "You have a good eye," and it's actually voiced by the same guy who voices Torbjorn, Keith Silverstein. Shaggy. Buzz cut.
You buying or browsing?
Give him a handlebar mustache. That's an interesting looking jacket.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
So does she just have cosmetic stuff? Music track. Ah, who mourns for
Take your
Terrace?
time. I ain't going anywhere.
So that... They might have mentioned Terrace before in another canon thing. But if they didn't, if I'm remembering wrong, then this might be the first time we get Terrace's canon. Oh! Yes! So we actually now have a name for the in-game bands that the Who represent, because,
You've got the priorite, I've got the product.
I know, I love you, Doma, but let me talk. So in Fallen Order, Cal actually hears this song as he walks into the arena after being captured by the Haxian Brood, and he says, "Wait, I know this band." So that basically meant that the Who were now canonized in Star Wars. And I do mean Who, H-U, Who, not W-H-O, Who, the British band. I'm talking about the Mongolian band.
No rush at all.
But now we have an actual canon name for them. They're called the Agassar. Rumble
I
Droid.
knew that one would catch your eye.
Sublime Raid. So is it just stuff like this? Just cosmetic and that sort of thing? I really want to buy this though, but I kind of want to save it because I'm one away from this and I want to know what that is.
Welcome. Take a look, you'll find the finest components and sundries this side of the Outer Rim. Now that's a Doma Dendra guarantee.
You hear that, buddy? A guarantee.
That's right. Shop's built on trust and quality, and I aim to keep it that way.
So I'm gonna hold on to my pyrite for right now. Just because I'm literally one away from getting that secret thing.
Oh, it's you!
Hello.
You're the new guy, right? Sorry, I missed that. Say that again?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, right. Must be that ringing in my ears. The other day, this roller mine blew up, nearly took my head off. There's a building just off the path to Dredge Canyon. That's where the roller nearly got me. I bet they're guarding something useful, but I'm not going back there.
Maybe we'll check it out.
Be my guest. And be careful. This ringing in my ears is driving me crazy.
Poor lady. Okay, isn't this the live slug reaction guy? I will straight up say I've not watched Rise of Skywalker. I kind of gave up on the sequel trilogy after Last Jedi. But I do know about the live slug reaction, and I think this is at least the same species.
Hey, fellas, how long you been together?
Too long. We were one of the first people here, and both tried scouting for Priorite.
Had zero idea what we were doing. Couldn't find anything.
Then I remembered I hate the outdoors.
And I got a sunburn on my gastrodermis. Not fun.
Then I caught sight of the most pathetic, bumbling prospector ever to walk the planet. Rumsey Forlow.
Me too. Of course, we both started making fun of Clumsy Rumsey. I laughed at Gulu Zingers.
And I at Guido's. And we've been stuck together ever since. Because we shared something special. Rumsey was a loser.
Still puts a smile on my face.
Gulu and Guido. Gulu, a cantankerous old-timer, and his lifelong partner, Guido, a cantankerous old-timer, spend all day, every day, lounging around in front of the local saloon. They roast, joke about, and tease everyone and everything that dares cross into their field of view. Oh my goodness. So we definitely haven't fully explored this whole area, so let's do that.
That's the gate Z told us about.
Okay, so that's where we need to go. Let's explore everything first. This looks like the stables we were told about. There's a chest in there. How do I get to the chest? Use the force. Nope. There be critters here. Hello, critters. Hello, little bugling. Let me pet you.
Don't worry, I won't hurt you.
It will be my goal. I will pet all of the boglings. All of the boglings it will allow me to pet, I will pet.
Newcomer.
Yes, hello.
You heading to the cantina anytime soon?
Probably.
I dare you to put a restraining bolt on Monk.
Why would I do that?
Because he won't serve me anymore. Tab, schmab, I'll give him credits when I got credits.
Pay your tab. Seriously, guys, don't be rude to your bartenders. An X-Wing? Oh, no, wait, no. This is what, Bode arrived in. I win.
You feel bad for you droids. You don't even get credit.
I hear B1s. I love B1s. There's B1s over there. And that's where we need to go. So let's head back into town and see what else we can do. Okay, this is the landing pad that the smuggler tunnel probably went to. Woo!
They don't look friendly. Hey, BD, a little help? Thanks, bud.
Okay, why am I carrying this thing around? I don't know. So that's all blocked off. Need one of those roller mines over here. Or something. That's all blocked off. Here's something we can do. Well, kind of. I wonder what that stuff is. It kind of reminds me of, more Mass Effect Andromeda. The Scourge.
Hello there.
Hello there.
20 cycles ago, heard this town was nothing but a few shacks.
Now look at it.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I could go back there, see what it was really like to rough it.
You could always head into the wilderness and start your own town.
I think I'll stay here, thanks.
Hey, you! You're the one taking shots at the raiders, right?
A bit.
That's me.
Bad idea. The Raiders have got eyes all over the Reach.
What kind of eyes?
Ravis has got a watchtower in the valley.
Maybe I'll check it out.
Figured you'd say that. Head towards the spires. Can't miss it. Of course, they won't miss you either. You know, because of the watchtower.
So we've got a few of these little rumors to check out.
Well, look who it is. Keeping busy.
There's always something to do.
Well, you won't make a living talking to me. Unless you mean to rob me.
Wasn't planning on it.
Well then, have a wonderful day.
Is the Nikto voiced by Matt Mercer still out here somewhere? It still says something of how often I've heard Matt's voice that I can recognize it just like that. I do watch Critical Role on a weekly basis. That does remind me I need to watch the new episode. I don't get to watch them on Thursday nights anymore, which makes me sad. Is it blinded? Oh no, just...
PD, count yourself lucky you can't smell.
That bad, huh? I'm kind of glad that I can't smell it through the screen either, in that case. Now we can find out what these tumbleweed things are. Bramlick. When approached, the spines that cover a Bramlick's entire spherical body extend outwards, deterring all threats. As such, they are known as spikers by the locals. They are easily dispatched, but are mostly content to let strangers be if they are in turn left in peace. Well, something killed that thing. Quite on logic, there's always some bigger fish. I do believe that droid is taunting us. Okay, yeah, there's something big in here. I keep on hearing it.
These creatures were killed by blaster fire.
String of gorgers, all of which were felled in an orderly manner, suggesting the intervention of prospectors and not some hungry beast. Yep, I saw you. Hey, droidy. Darn it. there's that mark again. I noticed it last game. That it's basically the same as the mark that the Nikto Raiders used in Book of Boba Fett. Shortcut. Shortcut.
Just what kind of creature lives down here?
That is a very good question. That's a very big
Good
rib
find,
cage.
Beatty.
The exposed rib cage of an enormous creature. Markings on the bone structures indicate this was picked clean by some ravenous predator. There's always a bigger fish!
Breathe.
Okay, let's check out the perks. Block meter increased. Yeah, we'll take that.
Look at this rib cage. Think the Bedlam Raiders would pay for fossils? Oh no.
Gotta be one of the missing prospectors, buddy.
A prospector was hunting for treasure down in the caves, but ran into something large, unexpected, and deadly. That voice sounded familiar, too. I mean, it might have been Matt, but... Okay, this is set up as boss arena. As you get. So, let's go back and see... Yeah. Because the droid was leading us somewhere else. Treasure. New legs for BD1. Okay. That's a dead end. What's up, BD? Okay, no, he's just following me. Okay, let's go drop down into that obvious boss arena. Yeet! Yep, obvious boss arena. What are you? Are you kidding me? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What? A Rancor? No! No! I don't want to fight Boba Fett's pet. Oh boy. Ow. Ow.
Now I know what killed those prospectors. Wait till Grease hears about this. Right on his doorstep.
I'm sorry. Rancor. Rancors inhabit the dark places of the galaxy, often at the whim of the dark-hearted. Towering, bloodthirsty beasts, Rancors are generally best avoided. But if there's no other choice but to fight, warriors must beware crushing limbs, ravenous mouth, and near-impenetrable hides. But they also can be ridden and be good pets? New perk, okay. I'll have to check that out at some point. I'm sorry. Okay, so there's still something that we haven't explored yet. Yep, I see you.
Oh, let me just catch my breath. Gotta be a way out. Somewhere.
Been here a while. Maybe they're one of the missing prospectors.
A researcher was trapped down in the caves after the collapse of a tunnel. She wandered for days before succumbing to thirst and fatigue. Yeah, that's a bad way to go. Nope. Ah! What's this new perk that we got? Attacks are more effective at breaking enemies' guard. Yeah, we'll take that.
Off we go.
So there's something up there. I can see it glowing. Not sure how to get there, though. Okay, so we can go turn in that quest.
You're back. So, what did you find?
Took down the Rancor that was stalking the mines, but I didn't find any prospectors.
So let me get this straight. No Rancor, no survivors, no competition? That priorite's mine for the taking.
You didn't care about the prospectors, did you? You just wanted the priorite.
I'm gonna level with ya. Yes, and now that mine's all mine.
Better be careful. Who knows if there's another Rancor down there?
You're just yanking my chain, right? Right?
You'll never know. Oh, hi. Okay, not friendly. Not friendly. Noted. Frickin' frick. Weird birds.
Good job, BD.
Raka. Raka is a Kobo native that embodies the planet well. Unassuming but surprisingly dangerous. Yeah. These avian creatures are fiercely protective and will dramatically peck, butt, and charge any who encroach on their territory, thus earning them the moniker Rushers by the locals. However, they are fairly dim-witted and susceptible to certain forms of persuasion. Republic scientists were fascinated by their seeming immunity to local Kobo matter, hypothesizing that their feathers might be somewhat magnetized. Interesting. So... interesting. Okay, can't go up that way. Hello?
I recognize you.
Hang on. Chasing this droid.
That's it. Give it a try. Not bad, huh?
I feel great.
There you are, good as new. Almost. Clone Wars weren't yesterday.
Did we win?
Nope.
Oh no.
Zig Souza is not somebody who can say no to a little mechanical tinkering. As such, she has found herself repairing things that she most likely should not, such as old Separatist battle droids. But hey, you could have also told the droid technically you didn't lose either. Because, let's be real, the only person who won that war was Palpatine. I saw this meme. It's the, it's Hulk from Endgame doing the, I see this as an absolute win. And it says, Palpatine learning that the Republic is winning. I see this as an absolute win. Palpatine seeing that the Separatists are winning. I see this as an absolute win. It's like, not wrong.
Intruder, here! Enemy is defending. I'm firing! They're fleeing! This is important. You're going down. Out of the way!
Noted. Ugh, BX droids. I hate you. I hate you.
Won't open from this side.
Okay, how do I get up there? So it doesn't seem like I can just climb it. Even though I should be able to climb that Cal. Okay, anyway, this lady down here knows me.
You're friends with Grease, right?
Yeah.
If he asks about the 50 credits, say, may or may not owe him, tell him I left the planet.
I think I'll stay out of this.
If you won't lie for strangers, who will you lie for?
Friends. And Grease is a friend. Seriously, people, pay your tabs.
Enemy in range. Yes.
just won't open.
Let me in! Let me in! Oh, ho, ho. Okay. I see it. Woohoo! Parkour.
Oh, nice.
Warlord Standard. A broken standard, seeming to indicate that this tower was once under the command of someone known as Warlord of the Tower. That such a name would belong originally to a Bedlam Raider seems unlikely, given their subservience to Rebus. Oh, I have skill points. Can I up my health? I can up my health. We are upping health. Always improve health. When you can, at least. Shortcut. And workbench.
You could use a few tweaks.
So we got new colors, right? Yeah. Understated but present like those bygone sentinels. Jedi blue, Jedi lime, Jedi white, Jedi cream, Jedi tan.
Let's test the weight balance.
Oh, he's going to that. Yeah, come on, hit me. Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me. I win.
Get ready, enemy approaching. Unexpected result.
Get him already. Move up. Just need one good shot.
I can give him a man bun.
Final sustained damage.
Oh, more health. Health is always good. Curious, what does the man bun look like? Yeah. There
We
is.
can trade this at Doma's shop.
I'm probably right. Let's get over there. Yeah, this planet really does remind me of Kadavo. And not in a bad way. Like, I liked Kadavo. Nope. Up. Oh, there she is.
You, Raider killer.
Yep.
Heard you cleared out that watchtower.
Yes, I did.
You heard right.
Not bad. I didn't think you could hack it. Let's just hope there aren't any consequences for the rest of us.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Okay, so what is behind the secret door?
All goods acquired completely legally, thank you very much. Yeah, some good-for-nothing raider triggered the security on my storeroom door, and now it's locked shut. Maybe your little droid can use this encrypted backup code to get it open? My goodness, you unlocked it. Feel free to take whatever you can make use of.
What is this? Oh, stim crate.
Stem canister. That'll prove useful.
Yeah, I actually probably should have known because I didn't look, but on the lid it actually had the medical symbol. Okay. Got about 20 minutes left. I can go check this out. need to go out of town and to the right. Oh, got a new seed just by walking through it. That works. Hello. Okay, but I do think that that's something that I can do. So let's go up there again and try again. There we go. Hi, little guy. Always pet the boglings. Always pet the boglings. They're so cute. I love them. I love them to death. I need a plushie. I need a bogling plushie. If anyone knows where I can get a bogling plushie, tell me. Shout me out on Twitter or leave a comment on the YouTube video. But I need a bogling plushie. Like, that's something that I need it. Okay, so I can't fall down there. So can I jump in here then? Yep.
Let's check it out. Good job.
The outpost is small but continuing to grow. The development means my knack for mechanics has attracted attention. I was asked to help. He did not want me to, but I did. I think by automating some of those sphere grenades, we could figure something out. The others dig too much. They damage the cubes. Enough. Enough. The spheres will stop them. They will stay away from the cubes, or else. I'm guessing they mean priorite?
Check it out, BD. Priorite.
Give me another one. Is this where I need to be for this? Yeah, so there's still something more to find. Yes, I can.
I get it. They're weird things. I'd like to know what's in them too. But we don't have that kind of time or resource. So no. And please stop asking.
Prospectors on Kobo were interested in the fastest and easiest ways of getting paid. Requests to investigate mysterious and seemingly impossible to enter monoliths, therefore, were met with swift denials. New medals for BD1. Okay, so there's still something more to investigate here for this quest. Oh, right, there was one outside. Okay. There we go. Maximum force increased. Ooh. Can I make one of those things follow me that far? Let's find out. I am literally leading a grenade. And this is working. I wonder if we're supposed to do it like this? Nope. Because that didn't work. Well, it was worth a try. Ooh. Z, C, N, F, O, P. That's definitely what that is.
found that building you told me about with the roller mines.
Really? And how's your hearing?
Mine's okay. Thanks for the warning.
Lucky you! Find anything of value?
I did stumble upon a stash.
Oh, good. Well, you deserve it. Now, if only I could get rid of this ringing in my ears.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe doing his little dance. All right. Got a little bit of time left. Let's go ahead and head over here, see if there's a meditation point before we actually get into this. Ah! I actually hit him that time too. There's down there. Yep. Alright, cool. There's a meditation point right here. So we're gonna use it. And end right here. Okay. So we did find some interesting stuff today. Mostly just did side quests, but side quests are fun. I like side quests. And I like the fact that there are side quests in this. That was one thing that, like, I liked Fallen Order. But the only real, like, side stuff to do was like backtracking and, oh, I can unlock this now because I have this force ability, or I have this thing that I can do with BD1. And most of it was just, like, finding new ponchos and such like that. The only side quest thing that felt like substantial was exploring the Venator, because you can go through the entire game and not explore the Venator. I don't know why you would, because the Venator is amazing. But that's the only side content that one really had in substantiality. But this, like, this whole planet is filled with side stuff. Like, the Lucre Hulk, I'm sure that that's going to be something like the Venator was. Which we definitely want to get on there, because, yeah. But anyway, so we are going to end off here. It's technically a little bit early, but it's a good place to stop.
Let's move.
Oh. Oh, you sweet, sweet summer B1. All right. So let's see who is currently on and streaming. So we can go raid. So we got Platypus, Smexy, Violet Neko. Violet Neko's doing Marbles. Marbles is always fun. Not Great RPG is doing some D&D. And Zalaira's doing Genshin. Or actually, you know what? Do they have... Yes, Together for AAPI voices. Got some Horizon Forbidden West, music, Final Fantasy 14 Online. Ooh, someone's doing Nancy Drew. Yeah, let's go right over to the person doing Nancy Drew. So that's You Song. Why You Song? There we go. All right. Thank you guys again for so much for coming and hanging out. I really do enjoy this game. I cannot wait to play more. And that will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, I guess I'll see you then. Stay awesome. Stay cool. Bye.